If you're a LUT lover, welcome to this lesson because I'm going to be talking about nothing but LUTs and especially film LUTs. And especially the ones that come with DaVinci Resolve. I mean, they are very generous. They give us some amazing LUTs, and you might have overlooked it all your life and never paid attention to these, but this is the sauce. And when you look at it, look, you're done. Just apply it and you're done. Look at this amazing contrast. Like, what else can you do to this image? So we're gonna play with it and I'm gonna show you how to apply it, how to do it right, what are some of the different techniques that I use to really maximize this. And when you watch my stuff and how I build my node tree, normally I have a creative LUT sitting at the end of my node tree, and usually that's when I would drop in just a different look just to play around with it and see if it inspires me or if it does something, adding like a little extra something. So here we're going to be looking at Fujifilm LUTs and we're going to be looking at Kodak LUTs. Let's get right into it. So first things first, we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to balance out our image. So in this shot, I'm just going to use this right here and I'm going to go, you know what? Bring up my blues a little bit. And then I'm going to say maybe bring down my green a little bit. And then I'm going to take my red and just bring it down, bring it up actually, just a tiny bit. Just focusing on his skin right now. So let's just say this is our starting point. That's fine. That's our starting point. I'm not going to mess with contrast or anything like that. Our LUT is going to do that for us, and this is already the way it's shot. It's somewhat balanced. You know what? Let's do a little bit of that. So I'm going to bring up my gamma, bring down my gain. I'm going to bring up my gamma more and then start adding some contrast, not too much. I'm gonna bring up my lift, I'm gonna bring down my gain, and I'm gonna bring up my gamma. And let's say somewhere around here, I'm gonna park it there. I'm gonna create another node. Let's say this is our look so far. Everything is, just dialed, ready to go. Now in here, all right, so this is where we're gonna drop in our film LUT. So I'm going to hover over and go through some of these and then see which one I like. Don't worry about the contrast. I'm going to show you how to fix that. I'm just going to go through some of these and see which one I like, which color I want to go with. So how about let's go with this one. So I'm gonna drop this guy on and cover this up, and you're like, what the hell, man? This is just absolutely ridiculous. It looks like garbage. And you go secretly to yourself, you're probably saying, whoa, this is how my stuff looks, because that's what I do. I just drop a LUT and I export it. I don't know what else to do, so what the hell? Let me show you something that's gonna blow your mind. Go into your contrast and just look right here what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pull out all this crazy contrast that was added. I'm gonna pull all of that out and I'm gonna leave it You know what I'm focusing on? I'm focusing on my midtones and my highlights, and I think this is where I like it. There's still a ton of contrast, so this is just too much information lost, and plus the color is kind of wonky here. You don't want that. It's too stylized. It's just gotten out of control. No worries. Let's control it. And this is the sauce right here. And guys, don't mess with any of these for LUTs, okay? Because these are going to be applied to the whole scene or the whole movie or music video, whatever. Play with your luminance. This is the cleanest way to do business. And here I'm going to crank it quite a bit. So I'm going to go to 10. And then I'm going to do this so I can see my highlights. And I'm just going to go, you know what? Only apply this look to just the highlighted areas. The rest you can leave it as is. Okay? This is what we just did. So if I go, I'm going to park it here. And if I go before and after, just look at the difference. We left everything else intact. And now at that point, what we can do is we can go ahead and add our own contrast. And this time we're going to do bring our highlights down, bring our lift up, and then create some contrast, bring our gamma up, gain down, gamma up, more contrast. And then we can just go from there. What you can also do is now we can just like move the slider around and see if we do want to bring a little bit more, a little bit less. So that is really cool because I can also go in here and say, you know what, I want to add some, I want to make it cold a little bit. And then I can go in my temperature and do that, just make the scene a little bit cooler. And then I can go in here and say, let's make this warmer. And now we're really using this film LUT how we want it. And it is doing a lot. I mean, look at that. It's doing a lot of work. I mean, it's creating really a visual palette. Like, I mean, just look at that. It is, the skin tones are looking absolutely gorgeous. So this is how you control it. We pulled back the contrast, we keyed it out just by using luminance to keep it clean, and then we went in the next node and we created more contrast. You don't have to, but we did, and you can just split the difference whatever you want. And then obviously nothing is finished until we add grain to it. And here I'm just gonna do this, bring this up a little bit, and that is a film LUT. And they are really great. I mean, that's all you need. Like, you got Fujifilm. This one was, let me just reveal it here and see, reveal selected LUT. So this one was Fujifilm 3513D, and you have some really nice Kodak ones. And guys, this looks, I mean, this is film. There's nothing more, nothing less to say, you know, about that. And we controlled it. We used it exactly how we wanted it, where we wanted it, to get those colors in. I mean, just look how clean it looks right here. Look at the reds, like popping so nicely. And above all, like, the skin looks perfect. The skin looks great. Let's move on and apply this same principle, but on some other shots. So I'm gonna use this one. And let's start it off by doing our primaries. So bring this down, bring highlights up, and then give it some contrast. And then I'm going to bring my gamma up, more contrast, and then I'm going to bring my gain down. Let me just play it through. It's looking fine. Let's give it saturation. I'm going to keep it around 65-ish. And let's just park it here for now. And then I'm going to create another node. And in that node, let's go through our LUTs again. You know what my focus is? I'm just looking at the sky right now. I think I got a winner. I think I like this one better than this one. So I'm just going to choose this one. And again, don't freak out. We're going to go in our contrast. We're going to start pulling it back. I'm just focusing on where I'm going to be keeping this color, which is my background though. So somewhere around here, I'm liking it. Now I'm going to go in here and again, around 10-ish. And then I'm going to go and just grab it. Or you can even turn this off at this point and just move it around where you're like, this is where I want to keep it, and that's it. And then play it through. Let's do this. And so we just use that look, super clean. Like, look at it, just popped up all this and made it, give it a film look right away. Just look at all of this that it's doing, even to his skin. It's doing so much heavy lifting. Like, the whole look is just created, boom, quickest stroke ever, and we were able to create a super dope look in no time. And these LUTs are available to anyone who's using DaVinci Resolve, and it's a great resource. If you want to create film looks, you got Kodak, you got Fujifilm stocks in here, and you can start building really cool looks really fast in an undestructive way that I just showed you.